Alrighty then, now that I'm finally ready, let's go. Where is my stupid chat box? There it is. What's up, everybody? Creepers, geekers, and all that crap. Sorry, I had to make sure I had more coffee. And that's that. Emma, what's going on? Oh, do I have my glasses here? I won't be able to read a damn comment. How are you tonight? This was an impromptu. Well, I mean, I guess all of my streams are fucking impromptu, right? I don't really schedule a damn thing on this channel. It tends to piss people off, but I always looked at my channel like a random gift, you know? Not that the content is a gift, but it's like when you open up my channel, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. Don't give me that box of chocolates bullshit, but what does the #1 purple... I don't know what that means. I don't know. I was actually about to ask you. You know what that means, Emma? You're #1. You're #1. Or maybe you're the first one to make a comment or something, and there's like, you know how like people get like awards and stuff on Facebook or whatever because you left a comment on a picture or something. They're like, you're one of the top subscribers to this account, and maybe it's something like that. Oh no, you have another one. I genuinely don't know what that is. I'm trying to click on it to see what it could be, but Emma, I genuinely don't know. Wow. Interesting, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise that I have no idea what the hell it is, right? It should come as zero surprise. Bring this down a little bit. Can you hear that? Metal Torso! Brian F., what's going on? Suppose I turned it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Metal Torso has a #2. So maybe that is. Maybe it's because you were here first? No, Brian has a 2. Metal Torso has a 3. What the fuck is going on here? Metal Torso now has a 2? If anybody can tell us what the hell the purple with the numbers is all about. Gee whiz, you know what? Purple numbers YouTube live stream chat. Let's see what Google's got to say about it. Highlight YouTube chats during the live stream using the live chat overlay. Oh! What? Hold on. I know you could do that if you were in StreamYard or SteamYard or whatever the hell it's called. Interesting. Let me do this. Let me try put user in timeout. What the fuck? So I clicked on Metal Torso. No, Emma's comment here for Metal Torso. I can pin it. I can remove it. I can report it. I can see, guys. I don't know. I can add you as a moderator. Hide this user from channel. I know that one, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I double click it, is it showing up on my feed? Hold on. I'm gonna watch the stream. Fuck, I wasn't intending on not, like, hanging out with you guys, but now I'm fucking curious. What is going on? What's going on? How is everybody tonight? How is your evening going? Mine's not going as expected, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Alright, here we go. Of course, I gotta sit through an ad. All right, so I'm gonna try a few things here while watching this. Wow, it's so weird. We are getting experience points. Woohoo! That's funny. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? We got Brian, Metal Torso. I was so busy with the stupid number things. I genuinely don't know. I double clicked on it. Let me right click on it. Just, nope, send to your device. I don't know. I'm not seeing it on my screen here. Oh, wait a minute. Community leaderboard. All right, so I clicked on it. Okay, here, hold on. Let me get a screen that I can see. And it says it's a leaderboard thing. Interesting. Yeah, so Metal Torso, it says, according to clicking on it now, that you have 75 XP. Brian has 75 and Emma has 75. And I think as you guys comment, maybe your number will go up. Wow, how weird is that? You know what? I get emails and I get things in my, what do you call it? In my, on the thing where you do the stuffs for in here, the creator, god damn, what do they call it? The studio, YouTube studio. And there's always what's happening new in YouTube, and do better with your shit. And I never watch them. And maybe if I had, I would have known what that is. You know what? I actually think it's kind of stupid. I really do. I really think it's stupid. I hate how we as Americans, maybe not just Americans now, but have to have some kind of incentive to do right. You know what I mean? I mean, it's my understanding that's how the karate belt system happened. I was told once, and I don't know how true this is, that the belt system happened because they were teaching our GIs. This is going back to maybe World War I or II. I can't remember. Martial arts. It was new in the world. Or at least to us, I should say. to stupid Americans. And they found that Americans needed incentive to get better. So they came up with this process of reward. And the belt colors were that. And I believe, I can't speak to the validity of that. But I believe that is what I was told. And you have video games and stuff that you have that. And then you go to a Facebook page and you're like, hey, that's a nice looking toy that you just posted. And next thing you know, you're a top subscriber. It's like, I just told the dude it was a nice thing, and I appreciate the positivity, but fuck's sake. I didn't accomplish anything. I said it was nice. Or I said I didn't like it. But you're gonna give me a fucking participation trophy just for it, you know? You guys are getting a preview of this before my other channel, which is where I usually do my guitar stuff. So, alright, let me catch up on chat. Here we go. I'm going to go back. Alright, I'm going to say hi to everyone. Torso saying hi to everyone. Brian saying hi to everyone. I think it's the count of people making comments. Probably, yeah. It's got something to do with that, Metal. So, snaps. Now I'm third. We're getting experience points. Yeah. It shows it's based on the community board. Whatever that is. I'm doing okay. A little under the weather, but I'm alive. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. I hope you get... The allergies have been killing me. Up. Yeah. That's weird. Metal says, YouTube needs to go back to basics. I know, right? Social media is just becoming such a gluttony of fucking stupidity. And I'm not even talking about the users. I'm just talking about the platforms, I guess is the word you would use. It's Americans. We are big children and need rewards. We do. I need a hug once in a while. I need to be told, you're doing well. Or, suck it up, buttercup, and go do well. It feels like a participation trophy. I called it. Exactly, Brian. Hey, Brady Goat, what's going on, buddy? Haha, Brady Goat doesn't have a crown. Let's see if that changes. How are you tonight? You doing well? I meant to ask earlier, maybe I didn't. Can you guys hear that? Or is that what up meant? When you were saying that. Now, see, that's weird. Brady Goat doesn't have one of those. I don't understand this at all. If they're going to give participation trophies for just commenting in a live stream, I would assume that they had one for everybody. All 53 billion people or whatever it is. Are you taking requests? I don't know how to play a lot of songs, honestly, but you could throw them out there and I'll noodle it a little bit if I can. I don't play full songs because copyright. And I was never one to actually like learn. I mean, I learned other people's songs. Don't get me wrong. I was in a couple of cover bands, but I didn't want to get stuck in other people's, I guess, play style. I don't know. I wanted to be influenced here and not here. So I know when you're learning people's songs, you tend to pick up some of the little nuances that I just didn't want to sound like anybody else, you know? And unfortunately, I kind of still sound like a cross between, I think, Dimebag, Zakk Wylde, with a little bit of down picker from James Hetfield, and hopefully a little soul from David Gilmour, but I don't know. Who knows? Look at this. Alan's in the house. He doesn't get a purple thing. Kurt, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for popping in. The pinball game that was used to Windows PC is now available. Oh, really? On Android, and it's called Space Cadet Pinball. Yeah, it was called that on Windows, too. What was that? Was that Windows 98? I think that was 98. It wasn't XP. Or maybe it was. Yeah, that didn't seem loud at all. All right, let me, oh, I wasn't even in the right pickup selection. So what we have here, Iron Man by Black Sabbath. I'll do this part. I am Iron Man. Ooh. There we go. Oh, jeez, I got tuned up already. So I just got this the other day. Excuse me while I tune my guitar. My G string needs a little tightening. But yeah, I don't really learn other people's stuff too much. If I start noodling and I hear it, then of course I'll learn it. And there were songs like the very first song I learned how to play from beginning to end was Fade to Black. And there are some songs that really just like the opening solo to One. Oh my God. I love playing that. It's probably one of my favorite solos of all time, you know? Chuck, what's up, buddy? TJ's Game Studios, what's all this noodle doodle and when you play guitar and you go, they call that noodling. I think it was what's his name from Anthrax, Ian there. He's like, guy's gonna start a noodle shop. He was showing some guy playing guitar, and I think I got that from that, but let's go back here. What's all this noodling about? Yo, Brady. Yo, DJ. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, see, now I'm really confused by maybe the purple things are only for the first 3 people who join? What the fuck? DJ, do you know anything about these purple things that Brady Goat and Metal Torso and Emma have? Emma doesn't even have it anymore. What the fuck? I was going to do another Amico Forever, but I can't get sound to come through on my... Oh, if you do, I'm home tonight. That's actually kind of a bad story. I'm fucking upset. Like, legit upset. I started a new job, and it was like $25 an hour. Overnights, the work is easy. It's just very repetitive, you know? The people there were rad. I was so excited to start. I wouldn't have minded retiring from these guys. And maybe I still will. But what ended up happening was is it took 3 weeks just to get someone to train me. And because we're dealing with stuff that's going to be inserted into human bodies, mostly I was making catheters for like cardiac, reasons. They call them launchers, so they send it through an artery, usually through the leg. It's not angioplasty, and then they send whatever it is up there. I think it's they use stents and stuff like that with this, but regardless, that's what we're making. And because it's such a sensitive thing, they're like, you can't do anything until you're certified. So just sit there and watch. And I watched for 3 fucking weeks. And I finally got a trainer yesterday, and lucky me, he didn't even know he was training. So of course he was annoyed the whole night. And he made sure I knew. Him and his buddies were speaking Spanish back and forth, talking shit. I mean, they weren't being too rude or anything, but it was just more of a, I can't believe I had to be with this gringo kind of fucking thing. And he just looked at me and goes, do you speak Spanish? I'm like, no. Which really isn't a lie. I can understand it being in Arizona for 15 years, I picked up on a little bit of it, but I can't really speak it very well. I can get by if I really needed to. So I just lied to him and was like, no. And I found out today that he's like, nah, we're not training with this guy. So I literally told them, I want to work for you and I would love to retire from this company. I looked into it. They've been around 70 years. I know a lot of people who retired from there. My friend's father, another buddy of mine in Florida's father did. And I said, once you get your shit together, give me a call. I don't know. It was so insulting. I was so excited to finally get started. And it was so fucking insulting being with this guy. So, I'm home tonight, buddy. I'm home tonight. Let me get back to this. All right, everyone's saying hi to DJC, rightfully so. He's the man. Finnegan Fox is in the house. We have a real celebrity. We have a fucking celebrity in the house. What's up, Finnegan? It's a nice Irish name. One of my ex-girlfriends got a kitten. That's a fun story. We didn't go anywhere to get a kitten, and we ended up coming home with a kitten named Lucky. And I'm like, I'm not calling this fucking thing Lucky. But he had this green collar, and they're like, well, give him an Irish name. So I called him Seamus Muldoon. I hate cats, but this fucking thing loved me. Loved me. I got a picture on my phone. I was sitting on the throne dropping a deuce. And I looked down, and he's in my undies. He was in like a hammock, so I was like... It's a cute story. I don't know whatever happened to that cat. Hopefully she still has him. Let's see. Finnegan Fox says, did someone say forever? Absolutely. Absolutely. Brian saying hi to Chuck. Yeah. Bartender, what's going on, brother? We got the whole lot in here. Emma, YouTube took my crown away. I'm free. I'm free. I'm glad you look at it as a positive. Emma, that's what I like about you. They took something away and you made good of it. Amico Forever stream was great, DJ. Yeah, I was at work and we're not allowed to have phones in the clean room. Not that everyone does it anyway. But when nobody was looking, I kind of had it going on in the background and listening, but I couldn't really watch for too long. So I caught it after the fact, and I noticed, of course, like fucking flies to a pile of shit, a bunch of dickheads are like, oh my God, Tommy's back! I'm thinking to myself, he's not really back. He took a break from the fucking spotlight of everything, but it's my understanding dude's always been there, He's just been over here, hiding in the shadows, being the dude behind the curtain, leaving it to other guys while he got through his stress stuff, but he was still in it. Works. My understanding, anyway. If I'm wrong about that, someone chime in. But yeah, no, that was great to hear that he's doing well. Him and I don't chat as much as we used to. Once in a while, he'll send me a funny political meme. That's about it. Good dude. I miss chatting with him. He's a good guy. I think he got the short end of the stick on this whole deal. Oh, well, John Williamson, True Blue. The song by John Williamson plays with Stephen Irwin television Memorial Day after he died. Oh! I don't know if I know that one, but I'll have to listen to it. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I know. You know what? It is what it is, man. I could sit here and be fucking angry. I mean, I feel let down, and I feel like I've let people down. because now I think I'm on the process of looking for work again, which is fine. I got all my certifications, and ironically, this wasn't even doing that. This was somehow I ended up with it. Had nothing to do with everything I just went to school for, but it is what it is. You know, but I can be like Emma over here and take what was taken away from me and be positive. You know? I mean, I got a few things here I'm going to be selling pretty soon. I've been working on my small business, making hides for reptiles. And I'm going to be launching that hopefully this summer. Hopefully I'll have enough inventory to have like a legit store, you know, not like physical brick and mortar. But if I were to turn that into something, there's a place for sale in Saugus, Mass, right on the Fellsway. It's like a little Dutch colonial house with like a little greenhouse built onto it. They used to sell like floral stuff, plants, and I don't want to say they were a flower shop. They were, but they sold like bigger stuff, like trees and, you know, stuff like that too. Christmas trees every year. And that little building's for sale. And I've always thought that would make a great little workshop / live upstairs kind of thing, but I never really had the money or the the business to do so. But I'm still going to think positive, and I'm moving forward. I got the Thumb Buddies coming out here pretty soon. There's a couple in the mail already to unsuspecting fuckers. And with no obligation to say or do anything about it. It's just because they had done something really nice for me in the past. It's about time I start paying it back because I'm able to now. So Scott Ian and Anthrax was my jam back in the day. I remember in 6th grade, I'm sitting in class, and I had this boom box that everyone used to want me to bring in during like a class party, and it had a little 5-inch black and white TV built into it. It was just this massive thing, and the speakers came off, and my buddy put in Among the Living. And it just fucking blew my mind. There was a sound to his down picking and his muting. I think he might have put like a flanger or something with it. It almost sounded like you were traveling through a tunnel, but it was a tunnel of metal. You know, metal. And I fell in love with that album. I went backwards with their catalog, though. I didn't go too much forward. I didn't really like State of Euphoria as much, but it was still cool. Once they started getting into Persistence of Time and mellowing out a little bit, I was still angry and wanting thrash and wasn't able to kind of, you know, move on with it. But I've always loved Anthrax. They're like that one band that they were just good dudes. Like them, AC/DC. People tell me all the time that like AC/DC is, or I see all the time in articles, that they when they're done on tour, they just go home. They just have a little place. And they just do their thing. No one bugs them. They have their little barbecues. And it's like blue-collar work for them. They just enjoy playing music. They go out there. They don't make a big deal about it. They make their money and they go home. And Anthrax was like that. They weren't really much of a drug band. And I know Joey drank a lot, the singer. I'm sure he got in the junk. But for the most part, they were known as a straight-laced band. Pretty cool and a very unique sound. Very unique thrash sound for the time, too. Which I think influenced a lot of the East Coast stuff. We got Napalm Death out of that. They're one of SOD's bassists, I think, played with Anthrax for a little while, but he ended up starting this thing called Nuclear Assault. I believe it was him. And they were pretty cool. And then there was a local band here called Wargasm, Wargasm. Their first album, Why Play Around, is amazing. If you're into thrash, that fast stuff. But it was like third generation. It was like the last wave of thrash. It came out just slightly too. It's the ColecoVision of thrash metal albums, if you will. Still a fantastic powerhouse of a kick-ass fucking item. But it was just too late, you know. It was just too fucking late for him. Emma, hope the job gets the shit together. Yeah, I do too. Thank you, Emma. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate that. So it seems the purple is a community leaderboard points. Whatever that is. Yeah, we figured that out. I just don't know the rhyme or reason. Because the first 3 casts that were in here were Emma, I believe Alan, and Metal Torso. Brian and Metal Torso. And they started getting them, but everyone else didn't. And now Alan has it. It's so weird. Have you been seeing that on your channel, Chuck? Alan says, the Crown XP, a new update thing. I don't know. Oh, okay. Experience, yeah. Yeah, I got something that said experience points for like at 75. It's funny, I can click on it on my phone, but when I click on it in here on my laptop, I can't see what you guys' points are, so. TGC says, badass! Death Clock is the greatest band of all time. Oh my god, I loved that show. My favorite episode was when they went to the grocery store because their manager quit and they didn't know how to do anything. And they're like, let's go to the food library. The food library. So fun. So fun. And he goes to reach for the meat, but he just puts his hand through the glass case and just pulls it out. What the hell did I just hit? Let me know if anything changed here, because I just hit something. Oh, no. Whatever did I do? Let me, I should have the stream just running here anyway. Just because. Just because. Let's go back. All right. Cool. I got it up. All right. So let's see what else we got going on here. If you want a portable arcade that plays everything and consoles, but not 3DS or 2DS, get the Game Boy Classic Ultimate Raspberry Pi handheld portable game console. Could that have any more fucking words in the title? I'm not really into that kind of thing, but everybody else, take Alan's advice. Alan knows what the fuck they're talking about. They really do. See? Horns? Fire? What else do you need? What other proof? What other proof do you need to know that Alan is the cat on the scene? I was blown away with Anthrax to the cover of Public Enemy. I went and saw them during that tour. In fact, I want to say that was during the Clash of the Titans tour. It was them, Megadeth, Alice in Chains opened up for them, and I think Slayer was on that too. Yeah, it was basically the Big Four without Metallica. It was the Big Four, and then they brought out fucking Alice in Chains. And I believe, no, then it wouldn't have been that tour because Public Enemy wasn't there. Either way, I saw them at the old Boston Garden together. And I remember it was such an odd experience. It's like we went in there, and it was like a bunch of long-haired white kids, and then a bunch of like black dudes and their ladies with the, back then they were still doing a little stovetop thing. I don't know what that haircut's called. I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any stretch of the imagination. We just call it the stovetop. I don't know. Stovepipe. Kid and Play, I think, was what made that popular. Really fun shit. I wish my hair would have done that. I would have like put like little things in it. I would have made a crater and then put like action figures hanging out like, help me, I'm stuck in Chris's fucking nasty ass long hair. But that wasn't the case. My hair wasn't like that. My hair did this. But yeah, so I get in there and it's just this weird mix. And you got to remember, I mean, this is what? The mid-90s. There's still a lot of tension in the air, especially with the whole Rodney King thing and whatever. And once it just started, none of that was there. And I remember it feeling so good because I wasn't brought up seeing differences. I mean, there were obvious differences, but we didn't give a fuck about any of that. Didn't give a shit. We had everybody in our circles. It didn't matter what your background was. It wasn't even thought of or mentioned. I can't even describe how non-significant that type of thing was when I was growing up. And to get into a situation like that, though, given the climate of the time, and knowing that you're not in there to cause problems, you're in there to be a brother to all those other human beings and enjoy some music. And everybody seemed to be like that. And it was like this big fucking, it was wonderful. And especially when Public Enemy came on at the end, and did Bring the Noise with them. It was great. I mean, the fucking place went nuts. And it was so fun. God, it was so long ago. I can't remember a lot of this. Metallica country song, Mama Said. I love that song. I do. Let me see if I can still play it. I doubt it. It's probably been over a decade. So, let me turn it down a little bit. Ooh. That one. That's the hammer on right there. So we'll start that over. Ah. Mother, she has taught me well. I liked that first Load album. A lot of my friends hated me for it. And anything from there on, I never gave a shit about. Death Magnetic's pretty cool. I don't know anything about 72 Seasons. And what was that album in between? That one was pretty cool. But seeing James Hetfield up there with, what was that chick's name? That kind of hurt my heart. It's nice to see that, you know, it's no longer inclusive and all that. But if someone had told me that James Hetfield would be singing one of his hits next to a pop star back in the 80s and early 90s, I probably would have broke your jaw. I'd be like, metal! We all grow up. We all grow up. You know, I thought I was just going to be playing E at 3,000 beats a second my whole life, and here I am learning, you know, like straight up old school Delta stuff and jazz. I've been playing a lot of jazzy stuff lately. Did you learn to play Space Shuttle again? No, it's right here. It's still right here. From when I made that video, that little short. I'm going to play around with it tomorrow, I think. I have a guitar coming in that was supposed to be here today. And that was supposed to be a video for my other channel. But it didn't come in. So, I guess I have to wait for it to come in tomorrow. It was a wicked good deal on shopgoodwill.com. Given the circumstances, I may actually sell it afterwards, but it's only because I'll double my money, you know? What's up, kiddo? Oh, I love you. All right, now fuck off. She does this Velociraptor thing. What's up?
Not much, I just want you.
Oh, well. You said you were going to take a little nap. That's why I stream now.
No, I was tired.
Oh, well. We'll hang out a little bit. Can I finish talking to my buddies here? And get them to earn their fucking crowns? Their purple crown? Yeah, I don't know. Come here, look at it. Look at in the chat here. Like, people keep getting these and losing them. It's some kind of a award system. I don't know. I think Anthrax was on an episode of Married with Children. Absolutely they were. That's right. Sorry, kid.
It's fine.
I was blown away. Okay, yeah. I think you're right, Emma. No, she's 100% right. 100% right. I remember that episode. In fact, we were all excited about it. Married with Children is probably the greatest sitcom of all time. If not one of the greatest TV programs of all time. Married with Children is GOAT. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Metallica country song, yep, that's it. Did you learn how to play Space Shuttle yet? No, okay. Did you play the Champ Games homebrew arcade port of Atari 2600 called Scramble? You should try to play it live and make it blah, blah, blah. Okay, I have played a game, Scramble. Did you play the Champ Games homebrew? I don't know if I have that. Arcade port. Okay, let me write that down. Scramble's okay. I never really got into that style of game where, you know, you have the caverns and shit and you had a bomb and figure out, you know, what was that one on the Atari, something caverns? That you had to use a paddle. It was so weird. The weirdest game to have a paddle game. We did a high score squad on that a long time ago. Not a big fan of the game, but Scramble homebrew, Atari arcade, PORT for the word port. All right. I have not. It's by Champs Games. That's probably going to be important to find it. You know what I am on the hunt for, though? And I don't know who to talk to. DJC, if you're still in the room, let me know. And I've asked a few times. I think I asked Papa Pete like twice. But now I'm actually on the hunt for just a loose copy of E.T. for the Intellivision, that homebrew. I would like to get Intellivision, but the E.T. would be more important. And I don't need the whole package. I don't feel like paying up to $100. Not because I don't think it's worth it, but because I just don't have that expendable income. Especially now that this job is kind of like on a teeter-totter. You okay?
Oh, sorry.
The other one came out.
I'm listening to a song
Yeah?
called the I Love You song. And
Is it
it's
sad?
It's kind of sad.
Stop listening to sad shit.
It was right after my song where I get to dance. It was directly
Okay,
after.
all right. So it's like a downer.
Yeah.
It's like in the 80s. They used to do this thing called speedball.
Oh,
It was cocaine mixed with heroin.
What's this game about?
I'm just chatting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit right across from you and look at you in the eyes.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna smack
I
this
love
kid.
you. I love you. I love you. The song is really kind of sad, but it's only
She has
sad.
no social cues whatsoever. Seriously, later.
Oh, sorry. I just...
Later.
Oh.
Be gone.
Fake cry now.
Go cry. I don't care. Go cry. No, crying's good for you. It's good for your soul. I promise you, we're not really mean to each other. This is just kind of...
No, it's just banter.
It's just banter.
He's
All
my
right.
dad and I love him.
Don't need no crowns like education. Right? Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. That's the album. That's right. That's a great name, too. There was a lot of bangers on that one. I like Moth to the Flame or whatever it was. You know what song on that album that a lot of people didn't like? The tribute to Lemmy. No one type it in there. I want it to come to me naturally. I think it was called One Something. I don't know. What a great song. The video? Such a great... And it has one of my favorite quotes of all time. I was kicked out of the band not for doing drugs, but doing the wrong drugs. How crazy is that? But yeah, Hardwired to Self-Destruct was a pretty good album, too. In fact, I would almost say that one was better, for me, enjoyment, than, what do you call it there? I just said the name of it with the coffin on the front. Death Magnetic. So, I don't know. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Hold on, let's see if I can still play that. I don't even remember how it goes. Let me turn that up. It's been years. Plus, this guitar isn't made for that. Would want the show remade. Wouldn't want the show remade, but it's great that everyone enjoyed it and it's not offended. Well, it was a different time, Going back to what I was just saying about how, at least here, we didn't look at those differences that a lot of people try to focus on now, both for positive and negative. I don't know. I think Morgan Freeman said it best when he just said, just shut up about it. It'll go away. Just live. Just be alive. I don't know. What do I know? I'm a fat, toothless fuck from Boston. White one at that. I just downloaded for free the NES Maker Atari 2600 ET with the Atari 2600 graphics and the NES remake of the Atari 2600 ET with NES graphics. I'm going to have to look into that because I was originally going to do that, if you guys remember correctly. I just couldn't make heads or tails of this stupid program. I'm not very good at that kind of thing, so. Who just said they got that? I think it was, the fuck is, DJC, not DJC, Bacon Ice Cream Production. I think Rich said he just got that. So he's going to probably come up with something. Something like that. Crying is how you get the sad out. Nelson, let's go to prison. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, someone needs to tell her that. Don't cry out loud. Just keep it inside. You guys want to see something fun? Want to see something fun? Give me a second here.
Happy.
You're happy. I'm glad.
I like musical theater singing happy, but I don't want you getting a copyright strike.
Yeah, no singing.
Okay.
I'm making a two-headed reindeer monster. It's not going to be like this. I'm actually going to bring the heads in a little bit more. This was just a mock-up to see how ridiculous it can look and how ridiculous I don't want to make it. He's going to have claws. I'm going to get rid of these fists. He's going to have claws. So this is the next big figure I'm working on. If you guys follow me on Instagram, well, I guess Instagram too, I'm Amelia Macabre. But over on TikTok, I'm Amelia Macabre Art. So, Sal, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in, man. Retro World. Everyone's just saying hi to Sal. Very cool. Very cool. I feel like there was something I said that was a fun story, but I can't remember what I was talking about at the time, so I guess I won't tell you that fun story. But I mentioned it in case someone remembers and they've been waiting for me to say it, that they can refresh my memory, and I haven't yet, so it's got nothing to do with that. That's it. That's all you get. Good to see you, buddy. How's it going? Sal, it's going well, man. Thank you. How about you? How about you and yours? You guys doing well over there? Wherever in the world that is? I'm playing around with my screen here. I wonder if I should just stop playing some games, huh? Long day, but doing good. Yeah, man. Right on. Right on. Some days are longer than others. What was it, Braveheart? Oh, some men are longer than others. Great movie to watch is Sidekicks, starring Chuck Norris. Oh, Sidekicks is awesome. The kid fantasizing about him, the rope in the class, and the... Oh, I know all about Sidekicks. Oh, hell yeah. I'm more of a movie guy than I am like a gaming kid. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Been a long day. It's raining, but I can't complain. You know what? No matter how fucking bad things are getting, if you're on this side of the ground, it's a good day. You know, the rest of it is up to you. The rest of it's up to you. I mean, I know there are circumstances, but it's all perspective, you know? It's your perspective. You could be on fire, and you could say, ow, this hurts and I'm dying. Or you could say, you know what? My last treat to you is s'mores. Come on, everybody. Gather around and let's kumbaya as I become medium rare. It's all about perspective, my friends. Deep thoughts with the Atari Creep. Who thought you were going to get some fucking wisdom today, huh? At least from me. There's been some wisdom in the chat, whichever side it's on for me. I think it's over here. Got an itchy nose. Oh, you know what? Speaking of pointing, if you guys haven't done so yet, I haven't really promoted it. I've been so busy with work stuff and just... There's been some family stuff happening. I just really haven't gotten into the whole spirit of the Alzheimer's thing this year. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't not take a break from it, but not promote as much. I did want to do a custom console, but I can't seem to get anyone to help me with this. I need someone with a laser cutter to cut 2 little pieces for me. About yay long or so, you know. Doesn't even have to be an 1/8 inch thick, maybe even thinner. And then engrave something on it. But I can't seem to find anybody to do that. I mean, I suppose I could go out and pay for it. But I'd rather one of you guys do it, and I'll give you the money, because you'll know... There's a good chance that you'll have what I'm talking about, so you can take real good measurements, you know. But I was going to do this really cool custom console. But I think I'm just going to take it easy this year. I got a lot of crap that I do want to get rid of, and I got boxes of stuff. I'm finally starting to filter through. Like, I'm going to post all my Mego figures here, like an instant Mego collection. I'm getting tired of stuff being around me, and I'm tired of being a slave to stuff. And if I'm going to have stuff, I want it to be things that not only do I enjoy regularly, but they're more on a creative side. Whether I'm creating it, I have created it, or stuff like this, you know? And even these, and I know you guys get so frustrated with me, both here and on my other channels when it comes to projects. I actually traded a guitar. I had a V, and I was painting like the Eddie Van Halen 5150 Kramer. And I never finished it, and I traded it for this under a whole string of circumstances. Mental illness. But I honestly believe that when the universe tells you it's got to go, kid, just let it happen. Let it happen. And even though that project never got finished, I'm going to be revisiting that. I thought the project was great. I love the idea of it, right? It just fit perfectly. It's a V guitar, so you're playing metal. EVH, Eddie Van Halen. He just actually put the VEE in there, so just the letter V. But that one particular guitar was just fighting me too much. And it's not that I gave up on it. I just got to a point where I'm just like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. I don't look at it and get a funny feeling in my tummy, you know? So that tells me the universe is saying, dude, it doesn't belong to you anymore. So off it went. Off it went. But we are going to be picking. I was actually thinking about it today, getting started on it. Depending on what does go on with this job, I might complete the functionality of my Indy 500 Atari peripheral, and then we'll eventually do the aesthetics. But I want to get it working, make a fun little video about it, and I know a lot of people are really excited about that one, and I promise you that one is going to be finished. Because it's such a ridiculous idea. It's such a ridiculous idea. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing it. Not because I want a fucking peripheral, a driving peripheral for the Atari 2600 that plays one game, maybe two. I think there's a second game out there that uses the driving paddle. But the idea of just making this big monstrosity to play one game that's not really even all that great. You literally... You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy needless fucking excessiveness like that, you know. So that one's definitely going to be finished. But yeah, I tend to when things start. I don't know. Maybe I just always want something on the back burner. Like, I got a shelf. I keep looking over there. I know I do. And the top two shelves are just a bunch of projects. There's a couple of guitars. I got two bodies and two necks up there. I have this little mini fridge that I want to turn into like a little diorama when you open up, there's monsters and shit inside. I have 3 hides, and I have a bunch of sculptures. Like, and what I mean by sculptures is like taking plastic things and just gluing it together to make something cool. Like, here's a great example of what I'm talking about. I made these. Hold on. From this is a tray that had Dremel pieces. So whenever I have something interesting like this, I flip it over and I fill it with resin, and then what comes out is a bunch of just neat little parts that you can use on things, you know? I made a mold of some machinist shop stuff. I have a droid I'm building, a full-size droid. And I'm trying to come up with just little aesthetic pieces while I'm working out the drive. I need to buy a small welder. I was trying to borrow one from somebody so I can just tack together like a little drive frame for the wheels and the engine or the motors, but I'm always doing stuff like that. So stuff like that I don't mind keeping around. And my giant red hand chair. I got a red hand chair right over there, big plastic one from the 70s. Not one of those new ones you can get. It's a legit one. I got it for free on the marketplace. Local cat in this town, you know, free, everything free. I'm always on there looking for shit like that, but you know, things to make things out of. I keep looking around because I'm hoping there's more around me, but I guess there isn't. So if you ever wonder why projects either take forever, like my T800 skull took 3 years, and a lot of times I jump on them and I get it almost done, and it's just that one little push that I need to finish it. And for some reason, my brain gets apprehensive to it. We still haven't finished my face hugger. It doesn't have fingernails yet, and I'm going to turn that into a lamp. I'm going to put it in a giant egg and have light beaming up towards the business end of it. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, let me get back to the chat. I'll stop yapping. Haven't seen Demolition Man in years. Oh, what a great flick. Been a long day. Okay, we already got that. One of my top 5 favorite movies to watch is Demolition Man. Dude, Sandra Bullock is so wonderfully beautiful in that movie. She is so cute. She's just cute. Great movie. I really do like that movie. It represents everything that the 90s action should have. Not the 80s, but it's perfect. It's perfect in its execution for what it's supposed to be, Emma. Great flick. Great choice. Wonderful choice. McKellar from the original Wonder Years TV series is steaming hot. It's funny that you were saying that someone's hot. She was a little cutie, huh? That was the girlfriend, right? I don't remember what her name is. Don't bother me. You should, Sal. Like the wine for me anyway. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies. Everyone knows Emma has great musical taste. That's what's going on in the chat. And we're caught up. That's that band Anthrax I was talking about. I really should have brought a guitar with a little bit of a more metal bite to it. I guess I could turn the amp's gain up, but unfortunately this thing doesn't sound good with a lot of gain. It sounds much better on a clean channel with slight breakup, but a very slight breakup. What time is it? Oh my God, it's almost 9:30? Jeez, I've been on here for an hour and a half almost. The missus is at a concert. She's seeing Barry Manilow tonight. And because I'm supposed to be working, she just bought herself a ticket. And which is cool because it's at the Garden. So she just takes the tea from work. And then she'll take the tea home and I'll go pick her up now. But why did I bring that up? I don't know. Because I'm waiting for around 10 o'clock when she says that she's done with the concert. Now she'll be on her way home. So, wow, 9 people watching? Well, thank you. Even the lurkers. The lurkers waiting for me to say the right thing so they can do a stream about it. Or a video to rehash old shit. You know what bothers me about that? Is there'll be news that'll come out about that thing. Or some kind of a subject will be talked about. And it's like this certain little group, this little cretin group, latches onto it and makes videos about it, which is fine. That's cool if that's what they're into. But it's like the information's like 2 minutes long, but the video will be like 35 minutes long because they just got to rehash the entire history of everything again. I don't know. I don't get it. And you know what sucks? I'm kind of mad it got brought up again because it was quiet, it was nice, and then I think it was No Swear came up with a video, and then the update came out, and it was just like every time one person just mentions it somewhere, it just becomes a thing again. And it's like until it actually happens, I kind of want it just to be low key, enjoy the Amico home and just get on with it. But it's just like, fuck, man. So tired of it. I'm one of those shit or get off the pot kind of guy, and it's like, and I've proclaimed the whole time that I want the hardware. I want the hardware, and I'm grateful for the experience I've had. Super grateful, and wicked grateful for the rad fucks that have surrounded me as a result of that one thing. But it's like, it comes up, and it's just so annoying. It's annoying. It's that kid at school that you and your buddies are out there having a butt back in the day, and they just show up. There's nothing wrong with them. They're probably wicked nice. But they just said, hey guys! And everyone's like, oh, fuck, he's here. But they have no reason to not like him. That's how it is with me. That's how it is with me. But I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. Autocorrect NT. And it should be not sorry. The console that shall not be. Yeah. Rambo is getting a prequel movie. No! Stop! First Blood is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, if not top 5. Easily top 10. The rest of the movies were schlock. Even the newer ones are pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. No, stop. I don't need to see him in Vietnam. I like the idea of not knowing why he was hurting so much. I mean, we know. But if you watch First Blood and forget the rest of the movies happened, this is a dude who came back from serving his country, probably involuntarily, and was spit on. And had shit thrown at him for no reason whatsoever than idiots. Fucking protesters and fucking people just got nothing better to do with their time. Meanwhile, this fuck's over there watching all his buddies die. And he has to come back and have to process this. And unfortunately, our military is not very good at helping these people translate back into regular, everyday life. And I've seen it with my friends. And they weren't even in Nam. They come back from whatever they're doing, and they're fucking different. Which is to be expected, given the training and in the way service works. And if any of you folks were, are, or will be, thank you. I genuinely owe everything to you guys, and of course Christ first, but the treatment these fucks got when they came back, and seeing the pain in him, and just this, if you really look at Rambo, if you look at Johnny throughout the First Blood, in his eyes, he's sad. He's not angry. And he's not like psycho. He just doesn't understand why he's coming back to a country that he served after seeing all the shit that he saw, did the shit that he had to do, and then he came here and found a whole nother enemy in his own home. And his face just always looks sad. It's sad. And then when he's talking to, Colonel Trapman there, the first time, he's like, that speech is devastating. And of course, at the end, it wasn't my war. I don't want to see where that all came from. I think it's better not to know. I mean, I know I can just not watch it. I'm not that type of guy that goes, they're going to ruin Rambo. If you don't fucking watch it, it's not going to ruin it. Star Wars, 40th anniversary for The Empire Strikes Back a couple of years back. Everyone's like, the prequel's the story Star Wars. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It added another version of Star Wars that other people can enjoy. Same with the sequels. I may not like them. You may not like them, but I know somebody over there that might like them. They didn't ruin Star Wars. I can still watch The Empire Strikes Back and not give a fuck about a Phantom Menace. Or the Phantom Menace. I always say a Phantom Menace, but First Blood is one of my favorite movies, and fucking Hollywood's so fucking bankrupt creatively. They really are. They have no soul anymore. It's like nothing can be done if it isn't calculated. The movies that we grew up on, that were wonderful, that were beautiful, that are cherished, that are in... They're in the archive of national treasures. I mean, even like fucking Halloween is in there and shit. Those movies came from an idea and a creator. Sure, they may have been influenced from the people who put the money into it. But it wasn't a calculated thing. It was here's some money, bring back more money for me. And now it's like, if a fucking committee doesn't do 1,000 research fucking things on things. And it's funny because all their research only pays off in financial. And people say, how do they keep doing these remakes? It's because they're making money. Whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, they don't give a shit. It's still making money. So they're going to continue doing it. And it's that soulless corporate thinking that got its dirty hands on an art form. It's always been there, but the art was still always there. I don't know. The independent filmmaker can't do shit anymore. Ooh, Rambo is getting a prequel. Okay, we just read that. The console that shall not be named. Yeah, say it, Amico. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm already here. Rambo, Last Blood was super of a movie. You watch it, you will sleep. I think I saw Last Blood. I thought it was okay. I guess. I don't know. First Blood is a masterpiece. Absolutely, Sal. Alan just wanted to emphasize that it was boring by adding a whole other comment with more snoozing. That's awesome. That is why I don't go to the movies much anymore unless there is something I really want to see. Yeah, me too. Me too. Plus going to the movies. You know what? I think movies are going to start taking a slight change. First of all, the whole Epic Universe stuff. Like the Marvel Universe and the DC. That shit's starting to go down. They're getting rid of that crap for the most part. There's still like little mini versions of it going on. Look at Star Wars. That's going away. And there's actually movies coming out that I'm excited for. I was excited to see King of Kings. And my daughter and I went and saw that on Easter. I was excited to see Revenge of the Sith in person again on the big screen, I should say. It wasn't the experience I was hoping for. I was hoping for a crowd of people, and that's what I saw all over the internet. But you know what I got? It was me, my lady, and these two teenage boys randomly wherever the fuck they decided to sit. That's all. It was just four of us. And it was so quiet. I was like, this is a bummer. I really wanted to see this with a crowd again, like I did when it first came out. But there are a few movies coming out that I'm really excited for. I can't remember what they are. But I know they're coming, and I'm excited to go see them in the theater. God, I wish I could remember. I got bad brains. Emma says, theaters are too expensive. I can wait for digital, and I think that's the thing now. I think the pandemic clinched the idea of you don't have to go anywhere to experience this. But there's something about a blockbuster on the big screen with the crowd and the sound. I don't think that will ever truly go away. But humans by nature are fucking lazy and want convenience at any cost. Look at our economy now. And the fact that, and I'm not going to say anything political. I'm not going to tell you whatever. But the fact that China makes the majority of our stuff now screams to exactly what I'm talking about. People don't care that it might be a child making that fucking shower curtain, as long as it's cheaper at this Walmart than it would have been at this specialty store. And that's sad. That's sad to think that it's selfish. And of course I'm guilty of it too, but it's just because that's what's available. I'm not a made in America kind of guy, but I am. But yeah, I don't know. It's just laziness, lazy and convenience, which I don't blame people for. But there's a couple levels that just kind of bug me. I mean, look at cars. Look at cars. Look at everything that's in a car. The automobile is literally a big box with wheels and something to make it move and a way to control it. And now it's like you can control people's cars if you're good with technology. The shit that they put in cars, people aren't in their driveways with their kids tinkering anymore. And it was all because we want convenience and we want this and we got to have the fucking system in the car and we have to have the big screen. And why? If you can give me a really good, realistic reason why, then I'll shut up. But just I like it or it's convenient, it's not a good reason to have a fucking giant screen on your dashboard. Backup camera, absolutely. But I don't know. I think we sacrifice too much for convenience. Point out. A movie called Miracle. Was it Marcel the Shell with with shoes. What the fuck? Hold on. It's a masterpiece of movie art. Right on. We'll have to check that out. Is it saying Marcel? Yeah, Marcel the Shell. That sounds like a really cool... Actually, it sounds like a song. Boris the Spider, Marcel the Shell. I'm looking forward to the new Fantastic Four. Superman is definitely one I'm super excited about. No pun intended. Not even a little bit. I'm super excited for Superman. Oh my God. Let's see. Ballerina. I don't know anything about that one, so. Oh, the new John Wick flick. Yes, 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 yes. I still haven't seen John Wick 4, though. I'll see Superman on the big screen. Yeah, me too. Me too. In fact, I hope it comes to IMAX. We got this place called Jordan's Furniture here. It's in Reading, and they got an IMAX theater there. And it's like a 4D experience, but the seats don't move. But they got, bass kicker speakers underneath it, and everything just fucking vibrates. Well, we went and saw all the more recent Star Wars movies there when they would be released. It was the only way to go. I mean, it's all in 3D too, so I could take or leave that, but the experience of the actual theater, I mean, it's just this giant screen that engulfs you. IMAX is a great experience for that kind of a film. I'm not going to go see, I don't know, think of just a regular drama. I'm not going to go see at close range on a fucking screen like that, okay? Wow, that's a random. I guess because the song's popular on TikTok. I hope so, Emma. Like the trailer. Yes, 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 yes. Superman's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Crypto. Once I saw Crypto and him acting like a goof and like jumping all over his face even though he was hurt. It was great. I'm excited for the new Superman as well. Superman rules. Fuck Batman. John Wick movies are wicked fun. They're great, mindless, junk food for the brain fun. There's really no need for any of it, but it's just wonderful. And it's wonderful how people can just not worry about the realistic nature of all of that. All right, let me do this. Let me see if my missus is starting to message me. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Hold on. She says, I so needed this. The best night in a while. He still got it. Very cool. I'm glad you had fun. I can't wait to see you and hear all about it. There we go. Crypto is a spaz. There's a word I haven't heard in a long time. A spaz. Might see Jurassic World on the big screen. Never gone into any of those. The first one was great when it came out for the technology and everything. And it still holds up. Like, very well. In fact. But, yeah, I never got into any of the other ones. I tried playing a few of the games. Oh, excuse me. There was one, I think it was for the Sega CD. I can't remember. Where it was like a click and point game. And I'm thinking to myself, alright, I totally get the genre. But for a fucking dinosaur adventure game, I gotta click and point and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to know. Give me some dinosaurs, give me a weapon, or give me like things to hide. I don't know. Give me some kind of a strategy thing. Save the point and click for the mysteries. That one I'm looking forward to, Emma. The big dinosaurs. I'm there. You know, it's a wonder I'm not really into that because I love monsters. And essentially to us, dinosaurs are just fucking monsters, right? I mean, I know they're prehistoric creatures. But, and yes, I do believe in dinosaurs. I know I speak about Christ a lot, but I understand that there are bones that are real, that were dug up from our earth. And I do believe that happened. So, and they had their time. Now it's our time, and at some point it'll be somebody else's time. Hopefully. I don't know. Fox News is reporting that we might be getting invaded by aliens. I saw that yesterday. I don't believe anything Fox or CNN or any of those fuckers say, but dinosaurs eating people is always entertaining, but kids are always, yeah, Yeah, Invincible. Leave them out. Nah, man, let them get eaten too. You know, kids got to learn hard lessons sometimes. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 50. And we were just talking about this last night at work. It's like, it's a wonder as many of us survived that we did. I mean, here I am in first grade just walking to school. And it wasn't like right around the corner. And some of us ended up on milk cartons and some of us didn't. It's just the way it was, you know. But I have no problem with kids getting fucked up in movies. As long as it's done to serve the story. Because that's your intention right there. You know, you don't expect it. Because of ethics in movies. But where I was talking about the Toxic Avenger with this cat the other night at work. And that one scene where the little kid's head gets popped open by a fucking tire. It's fun. Kid's fine. It's all an act, you know? Can you believe that James Gunn is making Superman? Yeah. Oh, he's making him an illegal alien? Well, I mean, I guess that's true. On a literal sense. I don't suppose I'm against the idea. I mean, movies do reflect the current climate in a lot of cases of the time in which they're made, and that's what's relevant right now. You know, but it would make sense as long as they don't go too serious with the movie. Superman's never been the serious character. He's literally, you know, hope, truth and justice, and the American way, and you know, American pie and values and all that shit. Not necessarily a Christian conservative situation, but he's not from Earth. He's from another planet, so that would make fucking sense. Toxic Avengers getting a remake coming to theaters soon. Oh, I know, Emma. Oh, do I know. In fact, it was made and it's ready to go. And again, market research put it on the fucking shelf and they weren't going to release it. They weren't even going to put it out. And a whole bunch of us got together on the internet as a group and said, fuck off, give it to us. I even went so far as to message Kevin Bacon, who's in it, supposedly, or had some part in it. Kevin Bacon, and be like, can you tell them to release that movie? And instead of a, you know, thank you for being a fan, I'm not, or whatever, I will answer that question if you follow me. I'm just like, I'm not following you. Because of fucking, like, 2 movies that I like that you're in. A Stir of Echoes and Friday the 13th. I'm sure he was great in other movies. He played the Invisible Man, too. I forget what that movie was called. But that was pretty dark. I mean, he essayed a woman while being invisible. And I suppose, again, if you were to do a horror adult version of the Invisible Man, of course that's going to happen. But was it necessary for the movie? Maybe. Maybe going back to killing kids in movies. It's not necessary, but it makes you feel something, you know, whether it's good or bad or whatever. We need silent films again, like those AI vids. Yeah, dude. Silent films are fun. I actually just watched Nosferatu again, the original, like a month ago. And I was thinking to myself, this is wonderful. I have no idea I know what's going on because I know the story of Dracula, and they have the little words and stuff. And I love that people are adding their own music. I'm on the orange train, but we aren't moving yet. I'll let you know. All right, that means I'm going to have to start wrapping up, guys, because she will be at our train station, which is the end of the line here. Probably in about 25 minutes, so I need to put some actual pants on and go get my old lady. But Tremors was a good Kevin Bacon movie. I've never seen Tremors. I've never seen it once. I don't know why. There's a lot of movies like that I've never seen. I've never seen Top Gun. I've never seen Hocus Pocus. A lot of people freak out to that one. You live in the Salem's right over there and you're into creepy. And it's not creepy. It's silly to me. I don't know. I just never got into it. Although The Worst Witch is one of my favorite Halloween movies or shows of all time. So, take that for what you can. Still waiting on the new Toxic Crusade video game. Right on, man. I didn't know there was a new one coming out. Or are you just saying you want another one? But either way, to each and every one of you, all 90s that are in here, I want to thank you for taking some time out of your evening to hang out with this guy. I didn't play any games or anything, and I barely even played my guitar. But I think we had some great chats, and I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. Even if we don't get along, you know, imagine X-Men silent film. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, absolutely. But I've seen Hocus Pocus. It's actually a pretty good movie. Yeah, I hear it's a really fun movie, but there's something about the vibe and aesthetic to it that I just can't seem to get excited to see. And I think that's what it is. I have to be excited to see it. And if I'm not excited to see it, then I just don't. If it's on and I watch it, I may fall in love with it. But it's that getting to that point where I want to. Like earlier, we were talking about projects that have gone by the wayside. But guys, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. To every one of my channel members, I really appreciate you guys still hanging in there. Whether you just keep forgetting that YouTube takes some money every month or not, I genuinely appreciate it. You guys help me out more than you know, and it has nothing to do with the buck a month. Believe me. So guys, wherever in the world you are, I really do hope you're doing well. Take care, creep it real, and bye-bye. We may come back on later tonight and play games. I'm not sure. Again, it's all about vibe with me. It's all about feel. And this felt great. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it.